Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone, and no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Out now comes two-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his fourth year now in the league as he gets set to operate this Houston Texans offense.
When we talk about the best dual quarterbacks in the NFL, don't leave Deshaun Watson out of the conversation. 2 straight years he's been a Pro Bowler. Excellent numbers again last season with 26 touchdown passes, 7 more added on the ground, and firm leadership and control of his Houston Texans team. Now he's looking forward to taking the next step and beating Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs and getting the Houston Texans to a Super Bowl.
That's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson a give. This is Johnson. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 36-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18 on the play.
There's a good reception there by Will Fuller. And if you're looking for breakout players in 2020, he's a big-time candidate for it because he has a rapport with Deshaun Watson. And now with DeAndre Hopkins no longer in Houston, he could be their top receiver.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted.
Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
Well, partner, normally if a guy's touchdown passes fall in half, the first thing you'd say is he really didn't have a very good season, did he? Well, it's true. Mahomes dropped from 50 touchdown passes the year before to just 26 last year. But remember, he had a knee injury and missed a few ball games, and he still remained in the conversation as the best quarterback in the NFL.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He Here now, the first NFL carry for the LSU man. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now we have Kelsey. Slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brought me to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Now, these two quarterbacks in this one, Mahomes and Watson, so much in common. Drafted 2 picks apart from one another in 2017. Mahomes going 10th to Kansas City, Watson at 12 to Houston. Both Pro Bowlers early in their careers, of course. And Mahomes has the MVP and a Super Bowl ring, so he kind of has the leg up to this point. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelsey had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
5-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Watson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Intercepted.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And Charles, will take a look there at the draft class for the Super Bowl champs as they took Clyde Edwards-Helaire with the final pick of the first round.
And I think a lot of people expected him to...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Texans, nothing.
First down carry here for Johnson. Johnson, oh, it's poked free. Football's out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. For the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year. In the divisional round, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally, this is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Butker now to add the extra point. Look at this, a flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. So, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, it's Johnson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
The Texans first down.
Watson now to throw. Open man, the tight end fells. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Texans.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Texans cut into that lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Mecole Hardman. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Mecole Hardman on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. It's a room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tonight's game, the first of 256 to be played in the 2020 season, we hope. And then, of course, we'll have 13 more in the playoffs this year. Remember, that's 2 more than has been played in the past, as 1 more wild card team from both the AFC and the NFC will get a shot to play for a berth in Super Bowl 55 out in Tampa.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Complete. It's 2nd down and 10.
From the 50, it's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Flush to his... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Recovered by the...
Think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for the Chiefs touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson, 69 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
This is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that stretches the lead to 27. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Now he's forced out left. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again is Watson. Trying to improvise. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina, as that promises to be a tight one. Then in the 4 Eastern window, it'll be a later than usual start in Cincinnati, where it'll be the Bengals taking on the LA Chargers. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Hardman on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see a little bit more of Mecole Hardman as a receiver in year 2. First year, used him a little bit as a gimmick. Throw it to him occasionally, some jet sweeps, maybe some return game. But he really came on late in the season. 538 yards, 6 touchdowns. A pretty darn good year for a rookie receiver. And really made his huge impact as a return guy. Earned a Pro Bowl nomination in his first.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 37 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It's caught. Stills, right side.
Complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Watson on target here to Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Check 53 spot. All right, T, let's. All right, T.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this time he is in. Duke Johnson taking it in. And the Texans get a bit closer. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Hardman on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
He's brought down.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings
on 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. We're back now in KC. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught for the
Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. To throw, it's Mahomes. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There is no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this play.
For Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Watson on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. From the gun, here's Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards the game there, second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, it's Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Watson.
He'll look underneath and dump it off to Duke Johnson.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Finding fouls complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Touchdown, Houston.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. at their own 26.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give him a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's got room. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 65 yards.
For a Kansas.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him. And keep picking up good yardage.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Williams. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Butker now to add the extra point. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers.
The onside kick is recovered by
the 4th quarter. They felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Kansas City, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.